Hello YouTube friends and welcome to my channel. So in this video I like to share with you an unboxing, the first look of a new CRKT Pilar that we are finally getting. So this will be the Pilar 4 and the model number is 53121. Like all the previous ones, this is a Jesper Voxnaes design from Denmark, of course. And I must appreciate the packaging, like always, and they will give you just a standard box with piece of paper and the knife bag, and yeah, all the price goes directly into the product and not in the packaging, so we don't need any fancy pouches or cloths and so on. But it is only me, maybe you like it. So right from the start, I must say they went a really nice route with the Pilar 4, since this looks really similar to Pilar 3, but I will talk about the differences later part of the video. So let me give you the specifications. So we have an overall length of 18.6 centimeters to 7.34 inches for my USA based friends, and we have a blade length of 7.8 centimeters or 3.1 inch. The width is 2.6 centimeters or 1 inch. The thickness is 3.81 millimeters or 0.15 inches. The handle is 10.8 centimeters or 4.26 inches long, with a thickness of 1.1 centimeter or 0.4 inches. Really nice and thin. The materials on this one, they skipped the two version deal like they had on the Pilar 3. So you are getting D2 with this beautiful clip point satin finish, and they give you also this bronze backspacer, or is it bronze? Let me check. Sorry, brass backspacer, and this nice blasted stainless steel finish on the frame lock, deep carry pocket clip, G10 on the scales. Pre-assembly assembly we have, I could not see if these are caged ball bearings or the IKBS from Flavicoma, but either way this is really nice and smooth. Opening method, you have a nice thumb hole, and it is really smooth and opens without any problems. Closing, also no problems right there. So now let's talk about before we talk about the comparisons, let's talk about the weight. So the weight is 108.6 grams, that is 3.8 ounces. So I'd say they done a good job. There is nothing they could have milled out because these are so thin. Maybe if the brass would be instead of anodized aluminum, that will shave off a few grams, but they went with a nicer option indeed. So we have a nice lanyard hole right there. Like I mentioned, the pocket clip is they call it a low profile. Okay, so it is definitely not a deep carry. If it would be mounted on the top here, then possibly it could, but they opted to mount this on this position. And I say this is really stiff, so medium to hard stiffness. We have a frame lock construction, like I mentioned, with a over travel stop mounted inside right there. And so let's compare firstly the action. So in my opinion, and I did talk with a few people, and they also confirmed that they also experienced that the lockup is really light. So not the lockup, sorry, the tension. So this is definitely the stiffness, or how to say it, of the lock is definitely a notch lighter than on the, let me grab it, on the Model 3. this is the what I would say a premium version, which had the brass and the stone washing on the blade and also on the stainless steel. But when I disengage the lock, I have to use more tension. So I don't know if they milled out a little bit more on the relief cut right there, maybe, probably, and they achieved a better action, because now it is much pleasantly to middle finger flick it. So the number 3 had a stiffer action, as you can see there. I have to really push in hard. With this action here, it is dialed to a perfection. You just have to moderate amount of pressure, and it will fly open. So that is positive in my book. Let's see the tightness of the, yeah, up and down, right side to side, nothing. So perfect in my opinion, no problems there. We take out a piece of wood right here. Okay. No lock slippage. Centering, yeah, thank you very much. It looks perfect. And just a delight to flick it open, which was a little bit harder on the number, as you can see right there. I missed one on the model number 3. So now that was functions wise. Let's see the design differences. So firstly, when I saw them both, I did scratch my head. Why did I call it Pilar 4 when they only changed the blade profile from this leaf-shaped draw point to a clip point? But I did talk with the designer maker, the designer Jesper Voxnaes himself, and they told me that they are different. So now when I saw them side by side, I did see the differences. So as you can see, there is thinner dimensions on here. The back part has been redesigned not to be so sharp. Then of course we have a different blade, and I must say, like, let's take out number 1, which we will be comparing all of them side by side here. So number 1 was the first one, okay, you probably know that. Then they came out with the number 2. There were 2 versions of this one. So G10 and stainless steel, full stainless steel. Nowadays you have all sorts of limited editions, like this Blade HQ one with this beautiful acid wash blade and micarta scales. But if you see how the progression goes, so number 1 to number 2, they were really similar. So blade shape was the similar, only they added the flipper and made it a little bit larger, because everybody wanted a little bit larger knife. The small knives are definitely really nice. They have the place in the EDC world and in our rotations, but everybody wanted a similar design but a little bit larger. So they changed it, made it a flipper, and then they done the number 2. The number 3 came out. I was really astonished, because I was expecting the number 3 will be maybe a little bit larger, same profile blade, but maybe they did loosen the flipper. But no, they went complete different. And I must say that these designs are rooted in Jesper Voxnaes custom knife. So he has some knives that are similar to this one. But then of course not everybody talks about the CRKT Pete. And if you see what I'm talking about, for me, I was really confused that CRKT Pete looks really like the something in between these the Pilar 1 and 2 and Pilar 3. So yeah, so I would probably count this one in the Pilar family just because it's same designer and similar design. But yeah, now when we are talking Jesper Voxnaes designs, there is one more that will be probably about this. So if you don't want the Pilar, you can get also the Amicus. The Amicus is similar size but has a nice almost Americanized Tanto shape. But there is, if I'm not mistaken, also a stainless steel version, a drop point version of it. But these are frame locks, of course, with really nice action to it. So yeah. So if you like a clip point blade, then I would say go get it. If you don't need it, then and you still have the Pilar 3, then you will be perfectly fine. If you don't need that fidget factor that this one represents, that smooth opening and better action while closing and also opening, then it will be nothing more value-wise to you. So let's talk about the pricing. So these are priced at the MSRP is 99.99. That is from the Blade HQ website, and I did go to the CRKT website from which you can also order. They have the price at $75. So I don't know what is going on, but the street price on these are around $59-60. So yeah, maybe the MSRP was inflated at some times and they bumped it down a little bit. So yeah, but in any case, if you are a Jesper Voxnaes collector and would like to have as many of his designs as possible, he does a lot of collaboration with different knife companies. That he has also with Jens Anzo made a mid-tech company which calls Giant Mouse. So you can also check out those blades. They are beautiful. But CRKT represents a really good value as far as materials go. So I can always highly recommend these knives from them. Okay, so now let's see a few size comparisons with other knives. So let's take out the CVV Elementum. Here is the QSP Penguin. Small Reptilian from Benchmade. Spyderco Delica. Paramilitary 2. Sorry, 3. CGRB Feldspar Mini with Battle Micarta. These are knife center exclusives. Benchmade Bug Out. Another beautiful clip point design is the CVV Rustic Gent or Appalachian Drifter if you like different lock designs. So here is the Rat Model 2. $940 from Benchmade. Kershaw Leak. Rough Rider Peanut. Bucksprint Pro. Battle Micarta scales. And let's close it down with the K-Bar Dozier Folding Hunter. Okay, so overall, I must say this is a beautiful knife. I cannot wait to maybe somebody release a factory second, not factory second, but a factory uh, made micarta scales for these, like some companies do. These will really look nice with a nice barrel of micarta or canvas, brown canvas micarta scales. So yeah, or maybe Blade HQ will ask for that version. Okay, so this was the CRKT Pilar 4 unboxing and first look. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. I'm more than happy to reply as soon as I can, of course. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. Big thumbs up to you. I always appreciate taking your time from your day, watching my videos, commenting, letting me know what they think about the product, what you are thinking about. Let's say we can also talk about the world at large. So I'm more than happy to reply if you have any questions. That being said, wish you a wonderful day. Hope to see you soon.